Tonight, global protests and condemnation after Israeli forces intercepted the Gaza-Bound Flotilla, detaining hundreds of international activists. You are watching Muslim News Canada on Muslim Network TV. Assalamu alaikum, I am Ahmed Ramadan. Canada's spy watchdog has flagged serious flaws in how the Canada Revenue Agency selects charities for terrorism-related audits. A report by the National Security and Intelligence Review Agency says the CRA Charities Division relies on risk indicators that are not backed by evidence. The report says this criteria creates potential for bias and discrimination. It is urging the CRA to base audits only on credible and up-to-date intelligence. The findings follow years of concern that Muslim charities have been unfairly targeted by the CRA. One such example is a registered charity, Muslim Association of Canada. The charity has faced scrutinizing CRA audits alleging non-compliance. A recent Ontario court ruling has acknowledged bias in the audit, though it allowed CRA's oversight process to continue. Earlier, a civil liberties report warned the agency's process lacked accountability and independent oversight. Ottawa is warning Canadians with U.S. permanent residency that their status could be revoked following new travel guidance. Global Affairs says permanent residents may face reassessment over prior convictions or time spent outside the U.S. They could be denied entry under President Trump's expanded travel bans. The advisory follows the death of Canadian Johnny Noviello in June. Noviello was a U.S. resident who died in ICE custody while facing deportation. Israel's ambassador to Canada says relations with Ottawa have deteriorated under Prime Minister Mark Carney, citing his support for Gaza. Envoy Eddo Moaid has told the Canadian press his office's attempts to engage in Gaza and Palestinian statehood have gone unanswered. He has cited Carney's decision to co-sign a joint statement with the UK and France, threatening sanctions against Israel and his pledge to recognize Palestine. Moaid says these moves explain why Carney and Prime Minister Netanyahu have never spoken since Carney took office in March. Foreign Minister Anira Anand has not responded to these comments. Israel's interception of the global Gaza-Bound Flotilla is drawing condemnation and action across the globe. South Africa's president has accused Israel of violating an International Court of Justice order on humanitarian access. In Cape Town, protesters are demanding the release of Nelson Mandela's grandson, Mandela, and other South African activists detained by Israeli forces. Colombia's president has expelled Israeli diplomats, ending a free trade pact. He is demanding freedom for 2 Colombian citizens seized at sea. In Europe, Italy's largest unions have declared a nationwide strike. They are vowing to block everything after 40 Italians, including MPs, have been detained. Spain, France, and Germany have also voiced outrage, while Turkey calls the raid an act of terrorism. Among other detained high-profile activists are Greta Thunberg, French MEP Rima Hassan, Argentinian legislator Chelo Fierro, and Palestinian activist Saif Abu Kishik. Thank you for watching Muslim News Canada. We are a community channel dedicated to bringing you stories you can trust. Please like, share, and subscribe to our content. You can also comment to let us know what you think of our coverage. You can donate now by visiting muslimnetwork.tv/donate. For more content, keep watching Muslim Network TV. Salam.